Let's see what we can do here. Welcome everyone to round 6 of Tier 4 here in ALR. Those who are paying attention, we've just done round 5. Just did Kyoto about half an hour ago. But yeah, we just did tier. We just did round 4. We just did Monza. Everyone hear me all right? Yeah. Just make sure the stream is functioning as it should be. Alright, everything good? Nice. Nice indeed. We'll give it a couple of minutes, and as per usual, give it a couple of minutes, let people join, get everything set up so we can go and do another hour and 20 minutes of commentary, this time around Monza, round number 6. The gap at the top of the drivers is currently 43 points from Polti to Arak at the moment. And then in the constructors, the gap is currently 29 from the McLaren to the BMW. Yeah, we give a couple of minutes to get everything sorted out there, and then we'll get going. I'm just typing a message out in Discord real quick. But yeah, almost alcoholic with the amount of comps. Yeah, that does tend to happen when I see every single week you're on pole and then nothing usually happens. Yeah, Jim P2. I doubt he enter. I very much doubt it. Clyde's P3. I'm not entirely sure what happened here. Clyde's P3. Amy's there. Obviously, the Corvettes are still trying to hang around. Unsurprisingly, all the cars with no top-line speed are at the back. Or no acceleration, even. So I was just dealing mod chat. I was just dealing with mod chat for another league. But yeah. But yeah, just give me a couple of minutes to sort this kind of thing out, and then be good to go properly. But yeah, all right. That's that sorted. Just nice sending Project Platypus into a little bit of a frenzy for a minute. But yeah, all right, let's go. Let's go. I've given everyone 5 minutes. That was almost perfectly timed. 5.5 minutes to get through to join everything that needs to be done. So we're going to go through the qualifying grid and then do the commentary for 8 laps of Monza, and then we'll do commentary for the feature race as well. Probably bring me just in time for my food, and then we'll figure out whether or not I have enough time to do Seaside before esports or not. I'll figure that out as we go along. But yeah, so Zab is on pole. Everyone should be on a soft tyre here. Monza's not a particularly high tyre wear track. Yep, everyone is on a soft tyre. But yeah, Zab's on pole. Jin in second. Clyde in third. Amy fourth. Monty fifth. Revelit in sixth to the completely out of nowhere one. Zelda 7th, Fracas 8th, JMS 9th, Polty 10th, the current championship leader, up by 43 points at this point in time. Mo 11th, Dex 12th, Zimmer 13th, Orak 14th, the guy that's currently second in the championship, going after him. O'Leary 15th, and then JP at the back of the grid. So, BMW looking to close down that 29-point gap. Orak looking to close down a 43-point gap. Let's go. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out, away we go in an incredibly long stoplight there. As Zab gets off by far the best as we head down towards turn 1 here at Monza. The absolute calamitous turn 1 here at Monza. You got Jin, Amy, Monty. That's a 4 wide behind. This can only end up badly. Amy to the inside. Monty's tapped Zab. Amy's gone deep. Monty's still there. Jin's hit the back of Zab, and Monty and Zab are in the gravel. It was about as much of a clusterfuck as it should have been. Let's go and have another look at this. You know it's bad, right? Well, that's the screenshot you have. That's the screenshot you get from the guys behind. 4 wide down into turn 1. It's never going to end well, is it? Oh, there's a tap on, I think that was from Polty on the Revelit, then on to Jin, and then Jin hits Zab and Monty and takes both of them with him. I don't think Jin and Amy are going to care. I think Zab and company might be a little bit annoyed. Amy dove from quite a way away and somehow stuck it. Not entirely sure how she did that. But here comes Zelda, looking to the inside of Clyde. But they go into the second chicane with the worst camera angle in history as Zelda gets by. And up in the third goes Zelda in the Corvette. We continue on the absolute madness that is the start of this race. Fracas is round. Fracas is again just not getting going with his car in the slightest. Dexter in 14th. Orak is up in one place. Zab is in 11th right now. Zab is in 12th. Monty in 11th. Zimmer up into 10th. JP into 9th. Mo in 8th. JMS in 7th. Polty up into 6th. Even though he may be slightly to blame for that incident at turn 1. I don't know how much you want to put the blame on him in terms of the accordion effect, though. Here we go, as we go, JMS and Polty, side by side into Ascari. Polty just massacred the inside of Ascari. That was just never going to work. JMS getting a little bit on the outside there. And yep, that's our second penalty for going too deep. Same for Mo in the process. Absolute calamity of a start. We've got 4 drivers right beside each other. Jin's got scratches all over his car already, and that'll be from turn 1. Amy has a lead. JMS has the penalty to save. Mo has the penalty to save. That'll be on the next lap. JP's got half a second. Zimmer in 10th. We're going to have another calamitous moment here, aren't we? Alright, it's got up into 12th now. Up past Monty. Here we go. JP, Zimmer, Zab. All of them down the 110. We've got yellow flagged in front. We're going to just... somehow everyone survived that. Nope, never mind. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. We're going back. We're going... What has happened here? What is going on? What is happening at this point, then? Oh! I don't even know how to commentate on that. I think Zelda just missed his breaking point. Yeah, Zelda's missed his breaking point. Hits Jin. Then gets accordion himself. And Clyde's just been sent into the moon. Revelit's here. Revelit gets tapped by JMS. He's now sideways, facing the wrong way. And the car. Mo's gone round. Polty's been touched. JP's still existing. He's gone past Polty now. Zimmer's up in the 6th. Zab's in 7th. I don't know what the hell is going on. Fracas is now in 9th from last. What though? Clyde now going to go against this is just a mess. Dexter, Revelit, Mo, Monty and Zelda. Zelda just Mo and Zelda, the Corvettes have just been royally screwed through all of that. Well, it is by Zelda's own doing. By missing the breaking point there in turn 1. That was just a mess of quite epic proportions, that one. Doesn't look like anything's happening right now. Zimmer's gone far too shallow into the second of the Lesmos, and that'll bring Zab into this, and he goes down the outside. Gets it. Up in the 6th goes Zab. Iscari, the next one, in line with Pulte. The next car in line. Amy currently in the lead. That looks like Zimmer's missed the point. Zimmer has missed the point, but Zab saved the car. Oh, what a rough start to this. That's a certain. Oh, Pulte's now driving away with JP. Just served his half-second penalty. The next car in line. They're going to go side by side into Parabolica. Pulte round the outside, looking for the better exit than the Ferrari. Will he get it? Doesn't look like it. But they're going to go side by side all the way down the hill now. Amy is gone. Jin is gone. JMS is gone. Those 3 off in the distance, and Pulte is ahead of JP now. Head down into turn 1. JP and Pulte. JP pulls back out to the front. Pulte comes over to cover. Does it nicely. No actual collision in this one. Zimmer around the outside of Zab does that pretty well as well. As Zimmer gets the place back on Zab. Fracas is in 8th, so there's 2 Mazdas there. Aurak and O'Leary. Aurak up in the 9th now as he looks to try and get closer to Pulte in all this madness. Then you got Clyde in 11th, Revelit in 12th, Mo in 13th, yet the Corvettes are still very much tailed off at the back. Dexter versus Mo, looking for 14th here, or looking for 13th even. Not going to happen into the second chicane here at Monza. O'Leary and Aurak are starting to head in the direction of the front pack. Front 3 are well and truly gone though. They survived the absolute madness and chaos that has unfolded through the first couple of laps of this race. Let's see what's going on here. Looks like Aurak's got a better run than Fracas. May have got a little bit too deep. Zab and Zimmer in the foreground as well. Looks like Zab just gave Zimmer a boost. That'll line Fracas and Aurak for a move now. Zab moves to the inside. Aurak should have followed Fracas through the hole. Chose not to. Zimmer's gone round. Zimmer's gone round. I think Zimmer's just lost the car entirely here. Oh yeah, he just slowed the car, then got on the grass, and then tried to put the throttle down, and that'll will be that. Never getting away with that. Fracas around the outside of Zab. And that'll be Fracas up in the 6th, 2 positions gained in 1 corner. Aurak gaining 1 as well. Zab was where he was prior. Oh, Zab to the inside of turn 1. Kept it done pretty nicely there to get it back. That's a little bit of a tap there from O'Leary on Aurak. But it just means Aurak gets through the corner a little bit quicker. Clyde's right here as well. We've got a bunch of cars right beside each other here in the group. Zimmer, Monty and Zelda still very much tailed off at the back. Dex is not... Well, Dex is currently trying to fight to not be tailed off himself. 3 at the front are still going back and forth. Mo around the outside. Can they do it on Clyde? Just about gets himself enough space to get through that. That's well played there by Mo in the chicane. Here comes Revelit round the outside of O'Leary. Done a very good lap, a very good corner on the first of the two Lesmos, and he'll take that. Moves himself back up in the ninth. Borak and Fracas are the two cars in front, which means there's something that Zab's got. So Zab has got himself a good lap here. Zab has been fortunate enough to get away from his teammate and has now built a decent sized gap. Here comes Orak to the outside of Ascari. Is he going to be able to get the outside of Ascari? Fracas getting a nice little entrance into the inside there on Ascari, and then drops it a bit too wide. That might be half a second. He might get away with that, and Revelit's going to have another shot at overtaking somebody. Revelit's got past Orak. Revelit's going for this, so is Orak. Orak's going down the inside to try and fight this back. A little bit of a dive there on Revelit, but clean all the way, and Orak is going to get back to 8th place. And Orak might be looking for 7th now. Side by side down the first chicane. Well, down the first straight, sorry, heading into the first chicane. Orak not braking as late as the Mazda. There's a yellow flag somewhere. I think he'll be in front. Oh, Fracas just tags Orak on the way through, and Orak's lost 3 or 4 positions there. As a result, who is the yellow flag? Oh, JP. Oh, it's JP. Just got on the grass, never getting sorted that quickly. Yeah, it's JP, the yellow flag. Somehow managed to evade a massive mistake from that. He's only dropped himself to 1 position, and Zab has got himself back into 5th after starting on pole. Pole is currently in 4th, looking to extend his lead again at the front of this grid. You've got JMS in 3rd, just in a little bit of no man's land right now. Then you've got Jin in 2nd, Amy in 1st. And these two are well and truly off in the distance. It's one of these two to win this race. So it's been as calm as and composed as possible here, I think. Don't really think there's been much of a issue here for Amy and Jin in this race. Zab, JP, they're on their own. Revelit's had a bit of an issue. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, that's what's happened. Fracas and Revelit, 8th and 7th. Fracas, just too much. Too much. Yep, we got to the gravel as well. Slid, trying to control the car. They got helped along by Revelit as well. And damage on every part of the front bumper for Revelit has just been unfortunate, as Fracas again has just continued his awful season here. This time too shallow onto the entrance of the second Lesmo, too wide on the exit as a result, and touched the gravel, and the car did not like that. Orak again not complaining, gaining another 2. That brings him 2 closer to Polty. We'll see whether or not anything is going to happen here. See if Orak can close this gap, because right now that 43 gap might be turning something considerably longer than that. Will make next week significantly easier for Polty to win the championship in Croatia as it stands. Well, I did not sound too good behind. Oh, another bit of contact here. It looks like Zelda's managed to get himself back involved. Dexter's in front of Clyde. Clyde just about getting himself stopped. Oh, never mind. That is, someone disappeared. I'm not entirely sure who disappeared, but someone disappeared. I think Monty just tagged his own teammate. I think Monty misses this braking point and tagged his own teammate. Oh, he's missed it by a mile. Also, Zelda didn't do too much good there either. Both the Corvettes again missing the braking points by a long margin. Oh, Revelit's gone round to turn 1 as well. Absolute calamity in this sprint race. Still, the front is relatively peaceful and hasn't really changed since the first corner. Alright, still going after O'Leary. Polty is still in 4th. Dab nowhere near him, so he's just going to be stuck where he is right now. But let's see what's going to happen here. Zab is going a little bit quicker than his fastest lap so far. Nothing really happening now. It's all seemingly sort of calmed down in the last couple of laps here. Everyone's spread out, especially at the front, because of all the carnage that happened. Here we go, Alright, on O'Leary. Alright needs to start making his way forward because he needs to put something together. Bearing in mind, right now, coming into the day, the gap is exactly 1 race worth of points. If Arak was to max it out and Polty to score 0. So right now, with the count back as well, if it was 43 going into if it was 43 points going into the final race of the season at Deep Forest, then Polty would win in Croatia. Polty has won 4 races, I believe it is, this season. Arak still yet to record his first one in Tier 4. So he's got to go a long way right now to just close that gap down. He needs it to be under 43, or as much under 43 as he can possibly get. Right now, that 43-point gap is about to extend just a little bit further. It'll be about 49, depending on fastest lap, etc. After this race as it stands. And really being an awful lot to go with since the end of lap 6. Well, since the beginning of lap 6 even. Go down, let's see if they've got any sort of battles whatsoever here. Dex is a 2.5 second penalty. Clyde and Fracas are about to join up. Clyde's got a half second as well. That'll give Fracas a chance for a double. There is an opportunity for Fracas here to try and sneak in to that reverse grid pole. We go on to the final lap of the race now with the leaders, and they're already through turn 1, so Jin and Amy are essentially 3 to go. They're going to be racing the entire way, but it looks like Amy is in complete control of this race and has been since turn 1. Got off the line better than Zab did, and then Zab got obviously involved in everything, and then another point of contact! And Dex is going to go around the outside, and Fracas has lost the car again! Fracas just too deep, hits the side. I'm not even sure what's going on. What has happened here? Fracas has just dove off the track. He's messed it up. Is Dex waiting? I'm so confused. What is Dex doing? I think Dex was waiting. Is he assuming he hit Fracas here? He didn't. That seems fairly conclusive. I'm not entirely sure what Dex is doing here. Okay, sure. Each to their own. That gives Zelda a couple of positions then. And Zimmer's got a 3-second time penalty. So we continue on in this race, of which I had about 0 understanding of. Amy is coming toward the final corners of the sprint race now. This has gone extremely quick. As we continue on, Amy still ahead of Jin. Jin's scoring a decent amount of points today in this sprint race for this BMW team as they try to chunk into a 29-point lead for the McLarens. But Amy got in the lead straight away, hasn't been touched since. Jin gave a good effort, gonna have to settle for second. Amy, who wasn't here in Kyoto last week, is here at Monza, and she is going to win the sprint race in Tier 4 for Monza, and it was never in doubt. Jin gets second. JMS will rack up another podium. As he ends third, Polty will come over the line. He will extend his lead at the championship. In fourth, and then Dab in fifth. Would probably think he could have done better from pole. JP will get sixth, Mo will get seventh. O'Leary is next. Just about beats Zorak to the line. Get O'Leary 8, Zorak 9. Clyde is there. He's going to have to get himself up to speed quickly because Fracas is about to sneak in. Fracas is about to sneak in. And Fracas does sneak in at the line. Get a different camera angle of that. Let's see if we get a different look at that. Just about gets it at the end. Clyde gets 11th, Delta gets 12th, Dexter gets 13th, Zimmer 14th on a really bad day for the Porsche. And Revelit, who started extremely well, qualified well, just got caught up in too many different things, ends last. Just 1 second while everything is, while the next thing downloads, we'll sort of but yeah, that was just an absolute calamity of a race. I don't even know what we just witnessed. It was just carnage everywhere. Before we go into the feature. Wow, absolute mess. All right, so it is the second race of the afternoon. Yeah, time for the feature race in Tier 4. I can imagine that some of, well, most of these people will probably go for a medium. Well, medium soft should be the strategy you go for here. I don't really see much where it can be different. Quite frankly, the tires aren't wearing a ton at Monza. They don't. It's one of the couple of tracks, like very few tracks in this season that tire wear doesn't completely shred everything out. But yeah, continue on for now. But with this sprint race coming up, or with the feature race coming up, sorry, 22 laps of Monza. My mediums for Fracas, who starts on reverse grid pole. Then you've got Zorak in second on mediums. Mediums for O'Leary as well. I assume it's going to be mediums almost the entire way down the grid. Okay, so I'll continue on. Then you got Mo in fourth, JP in fifth, Zab in sixth, Polty in seventh, well, all the way down to Polty in seventh. All of them have medium tyres. JMS has hard tyres on the Audi, which is an interesting choice. So I assume he's going hard medium. Jin in ninth, sorry, is back on. We're back onto the medium tyre runners for Jin, for Amy in 10th, Clyde in 11th, Zelda in 12th, 13th is Dex on a soft tyre, which has to be a misclip, because that is a weird choice to start on the softs. Weird choice. They got Zimmer on the mediums and Revelit on the mediums as well. As we continue, as we are about to start here in the feature race at Monza. 22 laps around the track, and we are off. Fracas from Aurak, from O'Leary at the front. Then you've got Mo, JP, and then Zab after that as we head down towards turn 1. Looks like the front two have got off to a relatively decent start. Mo's going for it into turn 1. And he got it on O'Leary into turn 1. It looks like Zab has had a mare. Not entirely sure what's happened back here. Zab looking for the move. Well, potentially looking for a move anyway. Just missed his braking point. Just far too deep. Far too deep, and he's going to come back onto the track. Polty's there as well. Thankfully, ghosted away. That would have been a T-bone. Jin and Amy go by as well. So Zab has just cost himself 3 or 4 positions again off the start of the race. Revelit and Zimmer going at it. Revelit up a place already. Dexter there. Then you've got, as you were, at the, toward the rear of the grid. Fracas has 2 seconds already. Oh, that's not good news for Fracas. The penalty for him on what was a great start. It's not a good sign. Oh, Mo getting a bit of gravel, kicking up the dirt. Somehow kept his car alive in the process. Also, Leary, I know that Polty in the background, sorry. Going far too deep onto the AstroTurf, playing with fire a little bit there at the end of the exit of the second of the ledge mode. Further back, might have a little bit of fights going on into Ascari. JMS leads the Clyde into one of them, Delta, and then you got Dexter and Revelit, who are both ahead of Jin, who's at the back of the grid. Not entirely sure what happened to Jin, so let's have a look. Oh, he dropped it too far wide on the chicane. Oh, that's going to do it. And there you go, right. So Fracas now serves his 2-second time penalty. There goes Aurak. There goes Mo. I assume JP and O'Leary and Polty, all of them are going to go by. Amy potentially as well. As they head down into the Parabolic Canal. Amy does go by. Will Zab? No, Zab does not go by. So Fracas drops from 1st to 7th on a singular penalty. Which is a little bit of a shame, given how he started. It looks like he might be about to lose out to Zab as well. So Zab goes in front. Fracas down to 8th. You head down into turn 1 now. Get a nice little camera angle at the front. Still side by side toward the front because JP's going after both McLarens. JP's still alongside O'Leary as they exit the first of the 2 chicanes. Well, technically exit the first of the 3 chicanes here in the lap at Monza. Looks like O'Leary's going to hang on though. For now, JP looking at the inside again. This time, not even close. Oh, Leary goes a little bit deep. He might have it now. He will have it now. We've got boards being kicked all over the place in the background. We'll go and have a look in a minute. Polty's got past O'Leary as well. Amy's going to try to the inside. Amy's going to have it as well. Zab's going to try and take a look to the inside of the second ledge mode against O'Leary as well. And Fracas. And O'Leary has just dropped an outstanding amount of positions there. Fracas, JMS as well. Clyde looking for a bit of the background. A bit of a fight as well. Doesn't get it. Fracas is still in 8th. Ahead of J. Oh, Fracas! Oh, Fracas has lost the car. Hit Dex on the way through and it saved him. If hitting Dex has saved him, he's not lost too much time. That could have been catastrophic for the Mazda. And got away with it. And now Mo leads the race. Aurak is in 2nd, JP's in 3rd. And that is not exactly how I expected this front 3 to be. Oh, the absolute mess. As we continue on here. It's Mo from Aurak at the front of the grid. A little bit of gap from JP. Got a little bit of gap to Amy, who's now in 4th. Polty in 5th. Zab in 6th. O'Leary in 7th. After Fracas' mishap earlier on, Revelit has actually jumped all the way to 10th now as well. He's managed to make his way back through into a top 10 position in this race. There is still a chance. Well, it's still very early on. There's still a chance for a lot of things to happen here. Zab going after Polty. And quite frankly, Polty needs to be stopped in this race. And it's not happening right now. So it looked like JMS had a little bit of a slide down the exit of the second chicane. Bear in mind, the gap as I had it before is about 49. If the gap stays at 49, then all Polty has to do is not lose by 7 or more points to Orak in Croatia. As it stands, he's losing Orak here. It's 22 points for Orak, and then 16 for I think so everything that was gained in that sprint race is about to be wiped back off. We're back at the 43 point mark. So at that point, all Polty needs to do is to outscore, or well, match or outscore Orak, and he wins the title next week. Absolute scene at the start of this week. The sprint race was absolutely messy, and it's not been too messy of a feature race, to be honest with you. 3 laps in, sorry. Amy looking, not looking, doesn't go for it. Got Polty behind her at this point in time, followed by Zab, and then O'Leary after that. Clyde in 8th, doing a good job. But JP also has kind of fixed his going too far to the inside issues that he was having in Kyoto that kind of stifled any chance of doing well at Kyoto. Continue on here. JP still ahead of Amy at the moment. Orak and Mo starting to build a little bit of a gap. We know that there's going to be a large majority of medium soft if the cars can do it. I think fuel might be a bigger issue than anything else in this race, rather than the tyres, which is the first we've had all season in that regard. Continue on. Looks like there's a little bit of a fight going on in the background. I'm not entirely sure who that is between. It's Dex and O'Leary with Clyde as well. Clyde up in a 7th now. Clyde doing a good job of just hanging about right now. Can keep doing that. There might be opportunities for him later down the line. It looks like we're going into turn 1. Into turn 1 goes O'Leary. Actually backs out against Clyde, and that caused Dexter to back out as well. Everyone at the back here is seemingly relatively close. You got Zelda and Fracas at the back of the grid just trying to work their way back into this altogether. Jin on 13th, Zimmer 12th, and then you got Rebelit in 11th, drop down, JMS gaining a place there. Looked a little bit of a calmer race at the moment. Nothing really happening. Amy got past JP in all of this, and up to 3rd she goes. She still looks like a very good position to win this race. Alright, just struggling with that BMW, with that Volkswagen Beetle at the moment. Isn't really able to get that BMW up towards it, which is surprising as Mo, and there's your commentator's curse. Mo all the way off into the gravel, and Orak has taken the lead of this race. That couldn't have been better timed if I tried. Mo off into the gravel there at the edge of Ascari, and that will hand the opportunity now to Orak to build a gap. With Amy rapidly closing in, the German just starting to put pressure on the front of this grid. Bearing in mind, Aurak wins this race, 25 points as it stands. Polty is in place to get 16, being in 5th. So that would be a 9-point shot. That would be a 9-point switch between the two. JP having a bit of a mare down the exit of turn 1. Be a 9-point between the two there. Takes the point total back down to 40. Which means that Polty would have to outscore Aurak next week to win the title in Croatia. And in terms of the Constructors' title, that 9 points could be huge. Brings it within 20. Then you got JP, then you got Jin and O'Leary fighting as the other two drivers at the moment in those teams. And at the moment, well, Jin's still 13th, trying to catch himself up to the back of Dexter, Revelit, and Dimmer. With yellow flags! We have yellow flags, it's Clyde! Clyde's got an issue, yep, oh, couldn't catch the car. Couldn't catch the car, that is unfortunate. Drops the positions there, this might be more than just a 2. Not entirely sure what Dimmer's doing here. Dimmer to the inside, going for it, still going for it, a little bit of contact on the entrance of Ascari, but gets the move done. Fairly clean in the end. Oh, Dexter and Zelda by the looks of things at the back there trying to get into it. Just a little bit, Jin up into 12th now. Looks like JMS has just served his penalty. Zimmer might be the one round, going round the outside of Parabolica. Gets that move done as well. So Zimmer gaining 2 in a lap, up into 8th. Clyde might be looking for one back after the mistake earlier on. Doesn't look like he's going to get it on JMS here. Maybe as if he goes into turn 1. If not, Revelit's going to try. Revelit's just going to try and pierce through a hole that doesn't exist right now. JMS gets squeezed to the inside. Clyde's on into the gravel. And so is Revelit. Jin's gone through. Absolute. We've got a bunch of people fighting here. Clyde's ahead of JMS. JMS in 10th with Jin in 11th. Then you got Revelit and Dexter. And they go side. What the? Jesus Christ was that? What was that? Oh, gee. That doesn't look good. That does not look good. Oh, he just missed it. That seemed a lot more aggressive than it needed to be. Hold on a minute. What? He did hit him. He got a penalty for cutting the corner as well. Revelit did hit him, but that looked a little bit wild. A little bit of an over-exaggeration by Jin's car there, I think. Well, Jin's all the way to the back now. I'm not entirely sure why his car reacted like that. JOS back at a Revelit looking to the inside, almost clips the rear of that Audi, just about gets away with it. With a lot of lag, so maybe a small clip sent him flying. Potentially, that did not look like there was any need for that car to go flying like that. I don't know. So we continue on. Polty's still in 5th, Zab directly behind that, JP in 4th, and the grid at the front is closing just a little bit. Aurak is there with Mo. Mo's got a good run at the moment. Mo's just doing well in this race here. We head on to lap 8 of 22. Mo might be going for the lead here. Mo looked to have a better exit than Aurak here. Round the outside of turn 3. Into the second chicane. Late break. Aurak's going to try and move himself on the inside here. Mo's going to give him no space. And Mo's going to close that door and take the lead of the race. no contact whatsoever by the looks of things there. That just looked pretty clean. Aurak just being a bit too cautious, if anything. Amy's now right involved in this. It's now three-way. And Polty has dropped back behind Zap now. Polty's dropped to 6th. 6th and 7th currently for the two McLarens in this race. Amy's still going for the front of this grid. I still wouldn't back against Amy in this race, honestly. Yeah, I still would not back against the... Oh, then the outside! Potential outside, potential switchback available here. A little bit of a snap by Aurak, and that might have helped him more than it hindered him, because it came across and cut off Amy. May have just got away with it there. Not entirely sure why JP had gone into the pits. I don't know why you would go into the pits this early. You don't have a hard tyre to put on. There's absolutely no reason. If you're two-stopping, then I don't know what to tell you. Aurak snaps the car again. Monza's pit lane is far too long for two-stop to even remotely work. The tyres also don't wear enough. Looks like Aurak still ahead of Amy for now. Aurak doing enough, just about enough to defend from the Genesis, and Mo just drives off into the distance just in front of us. This is best case scenario for Mo. Have the two big heavyweights fight out behind you and clear a little bit of a gap if you can. Aurak did the second most really well there. Got a decent little bit of breathing room from Amy. Zab is comfortably ahead of Polty right now, and O'Leary is the next car after that. Then you've got Zimmer, then Clyde, then JMS, then Revelit, and then Jin in 11th. Jin lagging all over the place. Zelda having a bit of fun time in the gravel there. Fracas is in 13th. JP is pitted, and so did Dexter as well. I can understand Dexter if he started on a hard tyre. I can't remember if he did. I think it actually was just JMS that started on the hard tyre thing. So there's multiple pit stops here that I don't really understand. Oh no, I do understand Dex. Dex was the only one that started the opposite way and went softs to start with. So he went 8 on the softs. Now he's going on into his mediums. JP started on a medium tyre and is now on a medium tyre. It's an interesting choice. From Mo, from Aurak, from Amy. Mo's got a decent gap at the front of the grid. And Zab has cleared Polty by quite some margin as well. Zimmer the next man up after that for the to try and overtake the McLarens. And then Clyde as well. Clyde has managed to recover himself pretty well. I feel like Zimmer could probably get more to the inside, cut that first half of the second chicane there. Get himself involved just a little bit. Might as well take a little bit of risks to catch up with these McLarens. You definitely don't have the tyre wear, you probably don't have the fuel on them either. But if you don't, the Aston Martin behind you probably will. There you go through. Everyone's starting to separate a little bit now. This is probably one of the closest battles we have. The two McLarens as well, trying to help each other out. Polty going deep into Parabolica. O'Leary covering the inside line. Is there going to be any help between the two of these? Are they trying to catch up to the Mazda in front of them? As for the group up front, those three still as they were about 5 or 6 laps ago. Oh, O'Leary not sending it on Poulty. Get themselves stopped there. Poulty should be covering a little bit more on the inside there, but the McLaren doesn't like the curb, so I can understand the choice there. Zimmer is definitely a lot closer, so is Clyde. JMS has a little bit of a gap to him. Go back toward the front for a split second. Mo still has a decent advantage over Aurak and Amy, who are second and third. Waiting to see what actually unfolds here. Because it'll be very interesting to see who does and doesn't go for medium hard and medium soft. Because, quite frankly, if you can fuel save and get to 13, 14, 15, especially 14 onwards, there's no reason why you shouldn't. Drag this as long as you can, get onto the softs and make your life a little bit easier when you hit the softs later on in the race. Wait and see whether anyone follows that kind of train of thinking. Right now everyone stays out another lap. We are now at the halfway point of this race. Top three haven't really done an awful lot in the, well, to each other in the last couple of laps here. They're just kind of biding their time. Going back further, Zab is still ahead of Poulty, who's got himself ahead. A decent chunk ahead of O'Leary now. And Clyde against Zimmer. So Clyde at the head of Zimmer, now up in the 7th. Goes the German. He'll take that. JMS sliding out of turn 1, not particularly good. Jin's in 10th now. Not entirely sure how that happened. Reveille also sliding the car in 11th there. Then you got Zelda in 12th. Brackers in 13th. And then JP and Dexter pitting not so long ago. Five and 6 currently for Poulty and for O'Leary. Jin needs to start getting more points to cut this deficit down just a little bit. In the constructors title, we can have a decent title fight there with 2 to go. We continue on. Right, let's see. Hello, Zach. Well, we'll see what's going on here. Yeah, Mo's doing. Oh, Mo's being caught up. Mo's been caught. Aurak looking to the inside. Is it going to happen? Oh, Mo sliding the car again. And this time it is going to happen. We're going to get a better look at what happened here. Because Mo, yeah, he just looked like he had a bad Ascari. He just got caught massively out of Ascari. And yeah, that's just going to do the damage, isn't it? When you get Ascari wrong, there's not an awful lot of time to recover. You go to a gigantic straight, followed by yet another gigantic straight. And Aurak is going to take the lead. There you go. Aurak into the lead of the race. The Genesis is the next car up. Zab looks to be a lot closer to Poulty now than was before. Now getting close right up to the back of Aurak here. Aurak still has advantage. Amy is in this fight as well. Then you've got Zab, who's nowhere near as far ahead of Poulty as he was before. That gap is shrinking as it goes along. And also Clyde is going after O'Leary. Clyde is having a really good run at this race in this Aston Martin. Can he get him? Can Clyde get O'Leary here into the second chicane? He's going to have a go at it. He's got the inside line, and he gets it. Nice narrow line into the chicane to overtake. Make sure he closes that door as soon as humanly possible. On O'Leary, and that was a nice little move there by the Aston Martin. Zimmer's the next man up. terms of the championship fight, this is potentially great news for the BMWs. Especially if Jin can start putting things together, gaining a couple of positions of his own. O'Leary snapped his car there. Not entirely sure what happened. Caused him to duck the other side of the final part of Ascari chicane. Let's get a second look at that. Oh yeah, it snapped the car. Just had to do that to survive, realistically. Andrew and Zelda. Yeah, Andrew and Zelda. Alright, now into the pits. So Aurak is not doing medium soft. Mo isn't either. Either that or this is going to be the safest 9 laps in history. In comes Clyde at the same time. I can only assume this is a hard tie going on. We continue on. So Amy now takes the lead of the race, and she's got another lap as well. So quite frankly, this should be Amy's race to lose now. Aurak. Soft. It is soft going on Aurak's car. It's soft going on Mo's car as well. JP's now coming on through. Clyde's come out. Clyde's gone on the hards. JMS off the hards onto the mediums. Jin from the mediums onto the softs. Okay, so people are seemingly thinking they can make 9 go. Let's see if they can. Things are about to get very interesting if they can't. Amy should be going in at the end of this lap. She's got to 14. 8 on the softs is very doable. She can go another one. I wouldn't blame her for going one more. Put less fuel in. Tires are the same. So if you put less fuel in, you can kind of just run a little bit of a bigger gap, less time to spend on the tires as well, which means you can push the entire way. So if I could do 15, I would be doing 15. The real question is Amy thinking the same. Amy is not thinking the same. Maybe not able to do the extra lap at 7%. Should have been enough. Fracas is, no, Zabit's going into the pits here. Polly also in. Polly's out of fuel. Hello. We've got Zimmer who just hit the front of the grid. Again, as I said before, if you can do 9, you might as well, if you can do 15, so you might as well do 15. You get a lot more, so you get a lot more pushing time on the soft as well. The tires aren't going to be all over the place at the end when you have less fuel as well. So there's a lot of positives to going one more. Zimmer might be able to catch up a little bit here. Everyone else is coming out on softs as expected. Everyone's got varying degrees of fuel as well. Zimmer just needs to do a respectable lap here. Aurak is out in the lead of this race. Amy in second. Mo is now in 4th. Mo dropping like a stone down this leaderboard. You can follow this more by, well, subscribing to the YouTube channel. That gives you the notifications, and putting the notifications on. That'll tell you when we're live. You can also join our Discord. Should be somewhere in the description if you want to get involved yourself. But yeah, we usually one a week, but I'm a little bit behind, so we do have another one to catch up with probably Tuesday night at this point for Tier 4. But yeah, it's mostly this is where we stream everything, this YouTube channel. So if you subscribe, put the notifications on, you'll get everything. You get the notifications of when we go live. Aurak in second, Amy right behind. Okay, so these two are going to go pound for pound here. Zimmer into the pits as expected. Zimmer probably could have gone one more. If you put your Discord in in chat, someone should be able to get an invite to you. If not, I'll do it at the end. As we go in, Aurak side by side with Amy here, down towards turn 1. Amy trying to get the lead, goes in a little bit of late break with the inside line, gets it. Aurak backs out. Amy did everything she needed to do, and she gets a lead and a significant gap as well. And already broke a second by the looks of things here. Zab, the next one in line. You got Mo after that. Then you got Zimmer in 5th. That's, as I said before, Zimmer going the extra lap has created a massive opportunity for himself. There's no way. There's every way now that there's a chance of the podium here for Zimmer if he can put in the laps. He'll have fresher tyres than everyone else. You just got to get the lap times. You got Pulte in 6th, JP in 7th. Still not entirely sure what the plan is here for JP. Clyde in 8th, O'Leary in 9th, JMS in 10th. 3.5 second penalty is going to absolutely decimate him. Jin is in 11th. Will take JMS's spot more than likely here at the end with that 3.5 second time penalty. Then you got Dexter. Then Reveille in 13th, who's just been unfortunate today. Zelda and then Fracas at the back. And Amy is comfortably in the lead now. She is gone. We go through. Also, you can go to ALR website. It's aeroleagueracing.com, I believe it is. Should also be in the description somewhere. There's probably a way to get in through there, and they'll keep you updated with a bunch of stuff as well. Here we go. Zab versus Aurak. The BMWs are falling like a lead balloon. Can he hold on? Aurak deep. Aurak's very deep into turn 1. Just about surviving. Yeah, Aurak just about survived there. It looks like Dab is going to try. Nope, no, he's not. Not going to try it to second chicane. We can hear the wheel spin behind. That's Mo. Got himself involved. Zimmer is here as well. Pulte is also factoring himself into this battle. And that's the last thing. The last possible thing that Aurak needed right now is to see Pulte's car anywhere near this group. Well, quite frankly, without a mistake, I don't really see a way that Amy loses this race. There's no real way I see Amy. It's not going to be on pace at this point. Amy is well and truly gone when she was released out of that pit stop, got past Aurak. Aurak made his mistake. Never really stood a chance. Everyone here just vying for that bottom step of the podium. The bottom 2 steps of the podium actually. That's Zab and Aurak in the foreground, in the background of the picture. JP in 7th, Clyde in 8th, O'Leary in 9th, Jin in 10th. There's not a lot of points being lost here for the BMW team right now. The gap could be pretty huge. Well, pretty small actually, come the end of this one. If Jin can get himself a couple of places here, you've got JMS around the back of him. Dexter, Reveille for Zelda and Fracas at the back. There's not really much of a factor anymore. Here comes Mo. Who's going to try and go around the outside of Zab? A Beetle versus the Mazda. The Beetle is having a really good day in the office today. You see Mo quit both races last week in Kyoto. Oh, and Zimmer just tagging the back, and somehow everyone survived that. Not entirely sure how. Everyone got through that perfectly fine. Mo and Zab, if anything, actually got a benefit to that. Would not have got away with such a hit. We continue on, heading down to Ascari. Here we go, Zab and Orak. Orak a bit deep, a bit late. Still a bit late, still on the track, but Zab's going to go around the outside. Here at Ascari. Oh, and Orak's off the track. Orak has come together with Zab and is off the track. There's not an awful lot that could have been done there. Not an awful lot that could have been done there at all. JP overtaken by Clyde now. Oh, and Zab and Orak came together. Orak just got Ascari wrong. It is plain and simple as that. He just got it all sorts of wrong. And Mo has given a chance at the podium here. There is a pit stop. It's JP going into the pit stop for a 2-stop. The less said about that, the better. Oh, Zimmer's just picked up 3 seconds. Not entirely sure where. Turn 1. That's not 3. Surely not. No, that's harsh. That's the line. That is the racing line around turn 1. That is harsh. Wow. That is uncalled for. Well, that'll mean the first two will get going then. To be honest, Zab and Mo will get going out of this train then. Polty is the next one back. And, well, Zimmer's going to drop back towards Zora. Ah, Crew's being pushed again! Oh! Oh, no. Oh, this is not good. Clyde gets a really good exit there, by the way, alongside. I don't know, you know. Well, that's O'Leary out of all of this, and Clyde's going to get a little bit of a boost, who's actually waiting. I think Clyde might be waiting here. Or not. I guess. I don't know. Orak just got tanked there, but I don't really know if I could blame Clyde for that. Clyde was more than alongside heading into the braking zone. I don't really know where the place to blame there. Oh, that didn't look too great there from Clyde. Far too deep. All of a sudden, by the way, the McLarens have just gained a ton of spots and the BMWs have just, well, fallen all the way out. All the way out then. This might be a larger gap in the constructors than what we entered the day on. It was 29 beforehand. I think you might be looking the upside of 30 now. Certainly the upside of 30. You might even be looking the upside of 40. It might be one-way traffic, but for both championships now by the end of the night, because Orak was second in the championship as well, by the way. And he is just, yeah, well, that crash with Clyde has definitely sealed it, because he is well and truly back off the fifth 43 now. So Polty is in prime position now to win the championship in week 7 in Croatia. Bear in mind the gap is 43. At the beginning of the day, the gap that he needs after Croatia is 43. We got Clyde and O'Leary. Clyde is doing a good job today, honestly. I'll give Clyde credit where it's due. Polty's up in the second right, and there's the fourth right now, and there's third right in front of him. Zab is gone. So Zab and Amy should be 1 and 2. 1 lap 20 of 22 here at Monza. Still got a couple of laps to go, 2 and then some change. But right now, I don't really, that might be a penalty for Mo. That might be half a second up in front. Is the game going to give it to him? No, I guess he's just about survived that. That looked like he was very much on the outside there. Just about gets away with it. Just going to get the standard up real quick. We continue on to lap 21 here. Let's see if we got any fights going on. Zimmer's got another 2.5 second penalty because this game hates him. O'Leary and Sparrow after that, so Zimmer's going to come back to O'Leary. He might have a decent fight for fifth, sorry. Here comes Aurak, trying to work his way back through to the inside of Dex. Dex has given him far too much space. And Aurak's going to take that every day of the week. He's going to say, thank you very much. You're going to hand that one to me on a plate. Aurak and JP and Zelda, sorry, are fighting into turn 1. So that'll be Zelda. Oh, JP's in the gravel. JP's in the gravel. That's not good news. And there comes Fracas as well. Fracas past JP, and JP is dropped to the back of the grid. Revelit's right up on the back of these two as well. They are a long way off anything higher than 10. Bear in mind, Zimmer's got 2.5 seconds of penalty, so this might turn into a 4-way for the championship here. Not for the championship, sorry. What am I talking about? 4-way for P5 here in this race. Apparently this is now the championship. You tell me. No, it's not. Oh, go back, play. But yeah, Zimmer now serving his penalty. Is O'Leary going to get there? O'Leary should. O'Leary is. Is Clyde going to get there? Clyde's going to get there as well. What about Jin? No, Jin's too far back. Okay, so Clyde and O'Leary get past Zimmer, as we now have a 4-way fight for 5th. I think Zimmer definitely has the upper hand here. So much better tyres than everyone not named Clyde. Actually, maybe not, because O'Leary's got good tyres as well here. We're on lap 22 and 22 now. Final lap in this race. Amy is very comfortably out in front. Without a mistake, she wins this race. If she does make a mistake, it might bring Zab into it. It'll be one of those two that wins this race. The real question now is who's on the bottom step of the podium. Is it Mo? Who, quite frankly, in this race has deserved the bottom step, at least the bottom step of a podium. He's driven exceptionally well in this feature race. Or will it be Pulte who will extend his championship lead? Let's see. Continue on. They go through the second of the leads. Mo's got to hang on for dear life now. Amy's already down to the Scary. Here comes Mo. Defend the inside like your life depends on it. And he has done. Now he should be able to open back up to the outside because he defended well. Mo defends well again to Pulte, who had no room to go by, and that should be the nail in the coffin for the podium as well. That was well defended, exceptionally well defended there by Mo when the biggest point on the line, the biggest point of the race to him on the line there. Here comes Amy round Parabolica. And well, since Aurak got taken out a couple of times, she hasn't been touchable. And she will double it up and win the feature as well. Here at Monza for Tier 4, Dab will get second. Mo will get third. Mo defended well in the final lap. Deserves the bottom step of the podium. Pulte will get fourth, extends his championship lead. O'Leary will get fifth. Clyde will get sixth. A very good race for Clyde in the end. Zimmer will get seventh. Jin will get 8th. BMW's not on top right now. JMS in 9th. Aurak will get 10th. Really bad day at the office for him, given the fact that he spent most of the race, 3/4 of that race, in the top 2. Then you got 3rd, then you got 11th is Revelit, 12th is Dexter. And the gap, 14th is Fracas, 15th JP. So the gaps at the end of the day in this championship is Pulte on 173 and then Zab on 123. So Zab now taken second, and it's a 50-point gap, which means to win the championship in Croatia, Pulte essentially can't be beat by 7 points or more by Zab. And if you want to go even further, the 16 and 17 to it's actually 17 and 18 to both Amy and to Jin. Aurak dropped all the way down to 5th on 112, 61 points back. So yeah, in Croatia, he just can't. If he outscores anybody, in terms of dab or anything of that nature, he wins the championship. Yeah, he outscores people in that top 5. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, 268 for the McLarens, 225 to BMW. That gap has now opened to 43. Not quite insurmountable, but it ain't going to be easy to get that back in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah, with that being said, everything has been... yeah, it's extended. Both sides of the McLaren, they have firm grips of everything now. Yeah, everything is pretty much set in motion for the McLarens to win the titles. And with that being said, I will see you guys for, if you want to watch esports later. If you don't want to watch, I'll see you guys probably Tuesday for round 7 and 8. In a bit.